Welcome back, Ranters and Rantettes. As always, I'm your wonderful host, Mr. Rant, and we're going to be reviewing the upcoming Lee movie starring Kate Winslet. Now, you're probably wondering, hey, why is the line different? Why is your voice a little bit different as well? Where's the big energy? I'm like, well, look, this film's a little bit different. It's a little bit more grounded. This isn't a massive action movie. This isn't a superhero movie. It's not a comedy. It's something a little bit more serious. And I want to take a different approach to this because of the serious themes and topics that this film covers. So without further delay, let's get into it.
Welcome to the Lights, Camera, Rant podcast. Your source for the latest on movies, TV shows, and video games. Get ready for ranting, raving, and reviewing. Here is your host, Lee.
So I would like to thank very much the studio now for giving me the opportunity to go see an early screening of this film. As mentioned, this is Lee starring Kate Winslet. This is a movie based on the life of Lee Miller, basically a war hero behind lens. Now, this is also based on the book as well, written and made by Lee Miller's son, Anthony Penrose. So this film, as mentioned, has taken over 8 years to get to the big screen. Why is that? As Kate Winslet has been the driving force behind this film. It's gone over some screen rewrites, it's had issues trying to get the funding, COVID, that was a big one as well, to just get this off the ground. It's been a massive passion project for her. She's also a producer on this, and not only those issues, but she also had issues with male producers trying to get the money for the film. She also spent 2 weeks paying the crew and the actors out of her own pocket to help finish this film. Not to mention, at the very start, there's a massive war set piece. First day of filming, she slipped and fell and injured herself, and yet she kept shooting because she didn't want to delay everything. So that's just showing you the commitment that she has to this movie. Now, World War I, World War II, there's many different levels of, heroes, untold stories, or the little guy saving the day. Now, this is a story this is almost like a different side of the war altogether. Because, generally we see what one side of the heroes were doing. We want to see what the other side of the fence was doing. But, this is looking through the lens of what women's role was in wartime. And you get to see the difference in this on how from one stage, Lee Miller was a model, she was very popular, and then she moved into photography and she wanted to be taken serious. As the war started, she wanted to be on the front line. She was working for Vogue and she wanted to be at the forefront. She wanted to show everyone what was going on. There wasn't just, all the wins and all this is all fine. No, she wanted to show the real story. So we get to see how she joined Vogue, how she went overseas, got to be on the front line, but then, of course, she experienced everything firsthand, where Paris being eliminated, a particular person's house, staying with H, where she got an infamous photo where she was in the bathtub and washing around, and seeing those types of things and how she managed it. She's taking photos all the way through this. And then we get also particular camps. Now, some scenes in this movie will be quite confronting to you, so bear in mind, there's no real veil behind this. Like, there is, this is a little bit more intense than you might think. And it's been a while since I've watched a war film, and I was like, whoa, okay, this was a little bit more intense than I thought. She also you could see that she had a photographer partner with her, played by Andy Samberg, which she does a fantastic job in this. Basically being her partner all the way through this, obviously with her husband off to war, him living at home, and she wanted to get this mission done. She wanted to do it. But you see the struggles, you see the side. So the film does a fantastic job of showing you that side of the war during these times. And, sometimes, you do all the right things, yet it doesn't always work out the way you want, good or bad. She took photos of particular camps, and Vogue never published them because, the war was over. There was no point scaring people anymore. And one of the things I love about this film was the fact that this film is being told from her point of view as she's talking to a reporter. But, spoiler alert, when you get to the end of it, you realize that reporter is actually her son who wrote the book. So Lee never told her son about all of this. He had to find a box after she passed away of all these photos. So Kate Winslet does a fantastic performance portraying this woman's story, her journey, his struggles, and continues to increase Kate Winslet's already fantastic filmography and the supporting cast around her. So my best recommendation for this, if you're looking for a war film, are you looking for an unsung hero and just to see a different side of the war, I highly recommend this. Keep in mind about the strong themes that you will see, that will confront. The movie doesn't go for too long, so it's not gonna, it doesn't drag on for like 3 hours or anything like that. Nothing. This is definitely something that you could chuck on and watch something and be quite personal. And it will affect people in different ways on, how your age and what your experience on. But, if you're definitely looking for a new war flick, I highly recommend this, and I highly recommend you go checking this out. And if you have seen the film, definitely let me know what you think in the comments. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What was what was something you really didn't like about it? And let's chat. I'm always up for it. And look, that's my review for Lee. Definitely go check it out. And as always, until next time, happy ranting.
Thanks for listening to Lights, Camera, Rant. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave us a rating and review, and be sure to tell your friends. Until next time, happy ranting.